It's what's needed to make us thrive as a human being. It's a roof over our head. It's the food to sustain us. It's a community to draw upon for strength and courage. It's everything to help us thrive individually and thrive as a community.
Missoula Invest Health is an effort to focus on health equity across our entire community. And what that means is looking across sectors. So we often get siloed in housing or food security or clinical services, but health equity is really about all of the things that go into a person having the opportunity to lead a healthy life, and Invest Health seeks to bring that together in our community and improve health equity for all.
We find that through this initiative, we're able to realize that there are many people in Missoula who don't have equitable access to those resources that allow them to prioritize their health and well-being.
We have to think about the systems and how we communicate with our public and what public voice is, and how we can bring power to the people that don't have a lot of power in our community, and how do you build that power organically.
No one needs anybody telling them how to lead their own lives or what's good for them. We know that community-driven solutions generated from residents affected by these issues are the most effective. And if we can leverage our own knowledge, connections, and abilities to implement these creative solutions, then we're all better off as a community.
We want to make systemic changes. We want to partner with people in our community. We want to partner with neighborhoods, with groups within the neighborhoods. It takes a collective voice to do this, and that's what I think Invest Health allows us to do.
It's rebuilding the neighborhood, but it's keeping the people there. It's not kicking them out or pushing them out or saying that they're non-existent or that they don't matter, but that they do matter, and they want to build community, and they want their community to be a good community.
And in Missoula, we know, we hear it colloquially, we hear it all the time, and it's evident in our data that people experience different levels of income. People experience an incredible amount of challenge around housing and the affordability of housing in Missoula. We see it in our data and we hear it from our people. It doesn't matter whether you're a renter or a homeowner, a significant amount of people are cost burdened. So they're spending more than 30% of their monthly income on housing. And we know how many other bills there are to sustain our life. So investment in that says we need to think really strategically about what equitable development, what equitable access to housing looks like.
What we know from our data is that there are neighborhoods where the community members, their health is more at risk. So how do we take that and do something tangible with it? One project was the sidewalk project.
It's simple stuff, right, that makes a difference. And so if a kid has easy access all day long from their home to school, a safe way to get there on a sidewalk, their life is made a little bit simpler, and mom and dad are a little more confident that everything's going to be okay from the time they leave that front door.
I'm glad that they choose to spend money on projects like this that affect basically the whole community. I mean, it doesn't just improve access for people with disabilities, it in fact improve access for everybody. And so I think it's investing well in a community and encouraging an active lifestyle.
The Good to Be Home project was one that we wanted to sponsor as Providence, to think about really going outside of the box.
We know that people who live in poor housing tend to have poorer health outcomes, so let's fix up their housing.
It's a home health rehabilitation project, paying for either home repairs or products or services that would improve the air quality or removing mold, things like that around people's homes in Missoula.
I was sick all the time, and I had mouse problems, and I had mold problems. They fixed my front door, they got me an exterminator, got me a new dryer, got me 3 air filters to clean the air, and it's amazing how much stuff they take out of the air when you take the filter off. But it made a big difference in my life. It improved my health a lot. I'm able to get out, walk, I'm not sick all the time. It's helped the kids too. They got allergies, so it's helped the kids too. It feels good. It's a nice program, and I'm really grateful, and I really appreciate the help they gave me. It really did wonders for my family.
By doing those very simple, basic things that you and I take for granted, how can we just put a little bit within those 20 families as a pilot project to see if we could make a difference in their health over their lifetime? And I think that's what is so beautiful about this particular project and why Invest Health is important and what we're learning. We're learning something new with every project that we do.
Basically, how you're going to transform a community and create equitable development in communities is when policies and budgets follow the people that need the services the most, to lift them up.
We all do well when we all do well. It's not in any of our interests to grow up or grow old in a community where people don't have access to decent housing, aren't leading healthy lives, where our healthcare system is strained, and people just aren't living their best life.
That's really what can drive real investment in health equity, is that investment in what's good for my neighbor is good for me.